Welcome back to Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa. I'm Rosa.
And I'm still Sharyn.
Thank you for joining us for another week, another episode of Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa. We hope you all had a beautiful love weekend. Happy Valentine's to those who celebrated.
Yeah.
Sharyn and I had a great Valentine, so it was good. Kind of low key. My brother was here visiting, so yeah.
Yay.
It still was cool. It was low key, so it's not like we doing the Humpty Hump every 5 minutes anyway. So company being in the house is okay.
I can't believe you just said that. But you're absolutely right. Okay.
Right.
Not every 5 minutes.
Exactly.
No,
So,
but it's good to see him, and he's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. He's a nice guy.
But thank you.
Yeah, and celebrating. We've been celebrating all week, and if not month. And yes, we're wearing a lot of red because that's what we do.
It's love. We're
month.
still in the love month phrase. So.
And yeah, the flowers and chocolate candy. Somebody's got to eat it.
Exactly.
But we good. We good.
Yeah. So before we get into today's topic, we are going to do our shout outs. So if this is your first time watching Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa, thank you and welcome. Please like and subscribe to the video. We appreciate it. And, definitely give us your honest feedback. Because we love those who do. We love you all who just gives us feedback anyway. But,
but it helps us
feedback.
grow. It helps us grow, and it lets us know, have a better line on how you're thinking and how you receive some of the things, and maybe some areas that we can improve or add more to or stay on longer or whatever the case may be. So Thank you for taking the time out your very busy day to do that. And we try very hard, I do, to get back to you soon.
And to take your, some of you all give us some great topics.
Some
so we try
to
take your suggestions and roll with them the best way we know how. So, anywho, on to the shout outs. Our first shout out goes to Sylvia S. Thank you for being a subscriber to our channel.
Hey, Sylvia.
Also, Alana TN. Thank you. And last but not least, our friend Rejoice. We appreciate you being a subscriber, a fairly new subscriber. So I hope you're caught up on all of the episodes by now. But thank you.
Yeah. We have enough episodes that you could, if you start looking at us, you can look at a new episode every week for a whole year. Plus, right? So we've done over 70 episodes, and we enjoy doing them. And so the way we do it is like every Sunday we get up and we have that conversation about something. Normally something has come up during the week or the day before or something, and people say, where you get your subjects from? Just living life.
Yeah.
And we can only speak to the experiences that we have.
Excuse me.
Bless you. We can only speak to the experiences that we've had. We are not professionals. We don't have PhDs, EDD, ESQs, LBC, MD. We have none of those initials.
Just common sense.
Yeah, common sense.
Sometimes.
Right. And we're just two members of lesbian land out there trying to, make it and make each day better with each other. We're married. Dare I say happily married. And for 5 years, almost 6.
Yeah,
almost
6.
Going
August
6 years.
would be 6.
So, yeah. So, any event, so we're just we're out there living the same life that you are, and we're just sharing some of the experiences, and we do that through conversations. We don't agree about everything, as you know. Like Rose said, just in case you're new to the show, Rose and I have very divergent opinions about things, but sometimes we surprise each other the way we really think about things.
And I'm sure you all are going to hear the differences today.
Yeah, and we, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's all good. It is a conversation, and we're different. We have different perspectives, and we respect them. But yes, there are differences. We are a generation apart. Whew. And Rosa has some thoughts about issues that surprise me. We do not rehearse. So what you see is what you get, and that's just the way it is. And when we do edit, she's the editor. We try to edit out the airplanes, but other than that, what you see is real. So enough of all that.
For real.
Ooh, somebody feels like talking this morning.
I just want to get to the topic.
Okay, so we've been through so many, but we haven't been on this one. As stated several times throughout the year, this thing about astrology, and I've self-proclaimed I am a Gemini, true Gemini.
Sharyn references our zodiac signs almost every show.
Yeah, I do. I do. I mean, for those of you who are into it, those of you, if you're not, and that's fine too. But I am a Gemini, and Rosa is not. And what are you, sweetie? You tell them.
I'm an Aries. You know that, and they know that.
Ooh, but for people just tuning in, may not know that. So you got
That's
this
true.
Gemini.
I
Aries
am
thing.
an Aries.
Yeah. And
you Sharyn is a Gemini. So that brings us to today's topic.
Yeah, and it's just we I think we decided on no matter what your sign is, you're still a friend of mine. No, we're not psychic, but we know what's going on.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. We're not psychic, but we know what's going on.
No, we just want to visit that, because a lot of people, so many people just throw it out there. They just go off, and just say, hey, what sign are you? Sometimes for some people it's just a conversation starter. Some people actually chart themselves, live by it, navigate the world by it, and that's fine too. I've always been interested in it. So what is astrology? As we even throw it out there, astrology is just it's a diagram. The zodiac itself is just a diagram used by astrologers to chart the planets and the stars. And that chart is divided into 12 different parts, each one representing a sign. So that is about as clean and simple as I can make it. So what does it really mean? It's just your alignment with the things that align the universe. Right. And it doesn't matter what sign you are, whether you believe or don't believe or subscribe to it or not, that's your choice. But some people really do pay attention to it. And so in the interest of that, and the fact that we can take a little deeper dive into it today, what does it mean? And so many of you guys, you do it too. You're like, what's her sign? Oh, please, never, not another Scorpio. Oh, please, make all the Virgos just disappear. I've heard some very interesting statements.
And I have to. I just don't think one person fits what that sign says all the time.
It's not a one size fit all. No,
yeah.
But it's not just the sign. It's the
some
person.
Crazy everybody's.
Yeah. But how it leaves a signature upon you, or things that may be affecting you that you don't even know what bucket to put it in. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, is that why? And what's true for some Geminis isn't true for all of them. Because, once I tell somebody I'm a Gemini, like, oh, y'all so crazy. Y'all need to be locked up. Are you on your meds? They say some pretty rough things about Geminis,
I say that you all normally are so cold and hot, but not all Geminis, I guess. So,
right.
Yeah.
Cold and hot as in the duality of our personalities?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, as before stated, I'm a Gemini, Rosa is an Aries, and supposedly, astrologically speaking, we are a very good match for one another.
Very compatible.
She is like the second most compatible person to me.
I'm the first.
I think it's Libra or Aquarius that's even more so. But no, I think you're the second. So look, now let's argue about that. It is not. Well, let's go with this.
Can y'all look it up and let us know?
No, so I'm just saying, let's just put it this way. We're very compatible.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
On paper, and as far as the zodiac is concerned. I am an air sign. What is it? Okay, zodiac is also broken down to.
Yeah, what does air sign mean? That
You
just
know-
means that you are in touch with nature.
No, it
does
just
that
means
mean?
it's the element that I respond to as far as the zodiac is concerned, as opposed to fire.
But I'm a fire sign, so does that mean like I like hot or
No.
heated stuff, or
Well,
just fire in itself?
I will say this: you are a hot Aries, but I'm a little.
In what way?
No, I'm a little partial. You know what I mean? Look, I'm not teaching it. I'm not preaching it. I'm just sharing with some little tidbits that I have picked up along the way.
Yeah.
And like as I say, for people who subscribe to it, pay attention to it, or chart themselves, that's all good and wonderful. But nothing's 100%.
Yeah.
No one thing is true for all people. As I tell people, I know just enough to get in trouble. So what I have discovered about myself, as I'm ruled by Mercury and that we're symbolized by the twins, the duality. People are like, oh, you Geminis, you guys are two-faced, or, and I'm thinking it's a good bargain. You get two for the price of one. And no, we're not two-faced. I see it as, I find it very fortunate because I could be the defense, or I could be the prosecution. I can see both sides of an issue, and a lot of people can't and
No,
don't.
I see it as bipolar. I'm just. You like the third Gemini.
Oh, wait a minute.
That I
Wait a minute.
know.
You got jokes this morning, huh?
just
So now she gonna say she said I'm bipolar.
Y'all know how them Geminis do.
Oh, Rosa, I can't even believe you coming there. Because, see, I was going to be so gentle on you guys today.
You don't have to be gentle on Aries. We are gentle people.
What does that mean?
Because we're loving, we're already gentle. But again, it's just a person. But I must say, I know like 3 Geminis off the top of my head. 4, actually, if I count my brother.
Actually, 8, because it was 2 of us.
Right. So that'd be 8 altogether.
No.
It's like all of you all fit that whole bipolar category. It's like 1 minute you want to do this, the next minute she can switch up in 2.2 seconds. And it just drives me crazy.
It
and
really
I don't
does.
know if that's a Sharyn thing or a Gemini thing. So, because I don't subscribe to it as much as most people do. Like, I believe in the astrological alignment.
Right.
I believe in that, but...
You believe some of that affects us.
Some
right.
of that does
Okay.
affect, but
Okay.
I don't, but I also think, the moon affects us too.
Oh, absolutely.
And the sun, and, so it can affect what our astrological
All the
thing is
planets
saying.
pour into it. All the planets,
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying. I mean, it's not like one size fit all.
No. Okay.
It's not like all Geminis are bipolar, but the majority of them that I know.
First of all, I'm not bipolar, and I'm hard pressed to say neither are all Geminis. What we are extremely intelligent, quicksilver. We're very flexible. We can see usually both sides of any argument. We have an incredible natural intelligence.
That part is true. I do think you all have I don't necessarily know if it's an intelligent. I think it's how you perceive what it is you're trying to convey. And you can, like I said, I mean, y'all can do some talking. That's all I'm saying.
We're smooth. People see us sometimes as smooth operators. We're very talkative. We're very busy. We're very energetic. One thing that Geminis don't want to be is bored. We're not boring,
Who does?
and no one does. But sometimes people tolerate it more than others. I cannot. Well, if you want to entertain or capture the attention of a Gemini, we admire intelligence. We would like to think that we're the most intelligent sign of the zodiac.
Yeah, they all do. When I first met Sharyn, the first thing, one of the things she said was, I need stimulation and I
Mental
need to be
stimulation.
I need to, be mental I was just like, who doesn't? Like, I didn't say it, but I'm just like,
Yeah.
and who comes off like that? A Gemini.
Right. They say that we're a little conceited and that we're full of ourselves and very, I would like to say, self-focused. One could say there's so many good traits that I can fill up the next 15 minutes with, but I don't want to make it all about me. Those people think Geminis are so conceited and we're so there with us, and I have to push back on it. I think that most of us, we do have a natural intelligence. I think we can be very mercurial, meaning that we can switch really, really, really quick. So the fact that we can move so quickly mentally, people will question, how could you have been sincere if you can change your mind that quick? Well, don't be mad at me because I think faster than the average mortal. Don't be mad at me at my intelligence. We're quick. And I tell you, when I was out there dating, some of the dates didn't go past that first one because it's like, if you cannot talk in complete sentences, I have a problem. I have a problem.
You all see what I have to live with on a daily basis? See, this is why. I didn't even technically want to do this topic, but since we're on it, let's go for it.
Okay, Aries, what do you have to say? And
we're good. Aries, like, I don't know what Aries is not a good person.
Says the Aries. So maybe we're just going to find
the only gripe people have with Aries is our mouth, because we're very blunt. We very tell it like it is.
Baby, she don't give you no sugar cube. There's no.
But other than
look,
that,
pow pow. That's where she starts at in the morning. Okay.
But you know why? I think it's like, I just don't like silliness. And not silliness.
And nonsense, yeah.
Yeah, not silliness to the fact where you laughing, because I love to laugh. I love to joke. But you know what I'm saying? It's a time and a place for everything. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you go in the place and it's like, but this is not the time and the place. So why are they acting? Like that stuff like that just irks me. So I don't know if that's an Aries thing or a Rosa thing, but I'm just saying.
Combination of the both. It's a lethal combination.
I'm just saying, so it's like automatically my mouth goes there, and I can't help it.
I have admired Aries from afar. I've never been in a long term. I've dated one, but or two, but nothing long term. So for me to
be married to
to meet and marry one. What was I thinking? But then again, Geminis, they enjoy a challenge. So, me being air, her being fire, I knew there was fire. I just didn't know it was so constant and that the flames would be so high. She wakes up with it. I knew Aries would be challenging. I just didn't know how challenging. And like I said, I just didn't know how hot the fire would be. Because believe me, Rosa gives me a run for the money. Ooh, I mean, not monthly, weekly, daily, moment to moment. And there's times when I'm shocked. I'm shocked by the fire, the heat, the constant heat. Like she's got all four cylinders going. And again, like I say, good morning, pow pow. And
we have short fuses too, and it's like
that's what I see.
Love Sharyn, but it's like
whoa! You love Sharyn, but there's a but.
Okay, nope. My professor said put "and" with a but. So I love Sharyn, and she will ask me the same question 5 times, and after the 3rd time, my fuse is gone.
Right.
So that causes a whole lot of riff. And she's like, you don't have to be so mean about it. It's like, but I told you the same answer the other 2 times you asked. True. Now that you got to ask again, I feel like if I don't go there, she's not going to remember the answer. So with the argument, the small argument that comes with it, you'll remember the answer.
So that means every conversation comes with a blowtorch.
If it's gotta be questioned 5 times.
I don't knowingly question you 5 times, but there's times I do repeat myself, and that is because I wanted to make sure that we have clear communication, and some of it's just age. Sometimes I be forgetting. So, you got again. Again, with the jokes.
It's not jokes. I'm just saying that, I think for the most part, Aries do have short fuses. We got a quick mouth. You know what I'm saying?
And it's so unnecessary. I mean, there are times it's like, okay, babe, you made your point, but she'll go on and on and on, and I'm like, choo, you win. I give up. You know
but
what I mean?
with us, it's not about winning. It's the principle of it. It's like, I just need you to understand the principle. Like, if you were standing in this shoe, how would you feel?
It just doesn't bother me the way it bothers you. And see, evidently, this is not going to be a comfortable conversation this morning. So let me be clear. Rose is a very good communicator. I'm very attracted to so many things about Aries. She's strong. She's witty. She's no nonsense. Sometimes with business matters, I literally turn it over to Rosa, because Rosa will be like, hey, she was just like, this the way it is, and you don't get no tea for the fever, baby. She's just like, bam, leave it on the table and walk out the door, right?
Yeah.
Me, I'm going to cajole you, laugh, talk, hey, how's your kids, and you look good
and
in
that. And she
that.
does that when she calls the hospital with something going on with her, and people probably on the other line like, she don't sound sick, because she joking. She asking the people how their kids doing, wishing them, happy morning. Who calls the doctor with all of that? That's all I'm saying.
I'm just communicating with people, and just because I had some issues doesn't mean that you have to walk around like
bipolar issues.
You know what? You keep doing that, they're gonna believe you. So look.
Okay, so I won't say that anymore.
No, which doesn't make it not true. But do what you feel the need to do. You know. So this is my thing with the Aries. Very attracted to him. Like I said, I like the strength and the fact that I would be to marry one. It's like there's times when it's a constant. I feel like we're fencing with each other, and there's no need to fence, because usually I'm right, or I'm more correct, closer to correct than she is about some things, or I simply present a better case. She, on the other hand, she starts with that mouth, and I'm thinking, babe, pump the brakes.
Like, but I'm not the enemy here.
Right. And that's what I don't get with the Aries, the female Aries, because within the signs, it's so much difference between the male and the female.
Yeah.
All right. So staying on point, the thing with Geminis, I can tell you 5 things that I admire about Geminis. Well, I could really tell you 25. But I do think that we are loyal, we are kind, we are good. And if you got a as I tell you, if you got a Gemini for a friend, both twins show up. Okay.
If you got a Gemini for a friend, that means that if y'all can't get in the club, they gonna get you in there, because they can talk.
Yeah.
They can talk their way through anything.
And I think we're very generous of spirit. Generous, not things and objects like that, but generous of spirit. We're very, very available. With some signs, you could date them for 5 years and still honestly say, I still don't know her. So, not making it all about the Gemini Aries connection, because I think we're okay over here. There's things that I do that does bother, kind of give her a pinch, but there's things she does that gives me a pinch.
Oh,
we both.
I'm sure.
Yeah, we both navigated well, though. I think we do. So not leaving out the other 10. So an effort not to make it all about us today. And we really are having fun today because, one, like I said, we don't rehearse. Number 2, I have no idea what's going to come out of Rosa's mouth today, But you're so cute, it really don't matter. You can say nothing and it's okay. So what I'm saying, the other signs out there, I don't care if you, Scorpio, Cancer, Aquarian, Capricorn, Pisces. Who am I missing? My Leo, Virgo, Sagittarian, my number one favorite to beat up on, Taurians, and Libras. All of you have the same amount of space at the table as far as astrologically speaking.
Well, why I find you hate to beat up on
Taurians? Because they're symbolized by the bull.
Because
and you can't. Well, no. I can go on and on about it, but I don't want to beat up on them. But Taurians have always given me a problem. I just find them stubborn for no reason. I find them intelligent, but when you're symbolized by a bull, where do you go from there? Yeah. Okay, what does that mean? That you're big and strong. You ain't that smart.
my birthday is on the cusp, and then sometimes when you read the sign from the dates, sometimes my date is in that Taurian type category.
Yeah, but you know in your heart, you know you're an Aries. You know you're more Aries than anything. She's the 19th of April. She's the 19th of April.
19th. So 19th that's like supposed to be the end date of the Aries, but sometimes when I look, it says 19 starts with the Taurian.
But it's all about, when you were born, what, your moon and your sun and all of that. And no, we have not had ourselves charted lately, but we will for the next show.
I've never had myself charted.
As a quick reference to all the other signs, you're out there, and especially my friends in lesbian land, for the ones up back there saying, girl, I don't care what you say, but I'm the same way. Don't date no Scorpio. And why do we really need Cancer? You know what I mean? Now, I know y'all going to beat me up on that one. Pisces, really? I love them all, and all of them is just as good as the other, but we're all unique. Mm-hmm. I've had some very pleasant experiences with most of the signs, and a couple of them, if they just leave the planet, I'm okay with it.
I'm not. If something happens between you and I'm definitely not going back to a Cancer. That ain't happening.
See, now my Cancerian friends are upset. Just the fact that you even say that.
Yeah, because I've dated too many crazy ones.
Yeah.
And I've had my share.
I'll tell you a sign that I admire, but I wouldn't have them on a 5-cent bet, is Virgo. I find them very intelligent. They got their, that OCD thing with them. They're extreme in certain lines of thought, but they are so valuable and necessary.
Are you talking about the women?
Yeah, the women.
Okay.
Have you seen me connect with a man?
Well, I'm just saying, when you talk about signs, well,
there's so
the
much
Virgo
different.
I know is that. So
right. But I say there's a lot of difference between the male and the female, of each sign. So what I'm saying is we want to open up the dialogue. It's not all about us, but for the purpose of today's show, I would love to hear from you guys. And how do you feel about the signs? Do you live your life accordingly? Have you had yourself charted? Do you believe it or don't believe it? Accept it? Find it interesting? It's not in accordance with God. How do you feel about it? We would love to hear from you. But all jokes aside, all of us, we're just as good as the other. Yeah. Though I have to be very, very honest. There's some signs that I could take them for about 10 minutes out of a 24-hour day. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it's just so, it's just not a good fit. Right. I can sometimes see him at 20 paces. As I told one guy, you just ain't my kind of fella. Just the person that he was. Right. And I feel the way, some women can give off the same vibes as too. I've had Pisces, not the best one fit for me, but I have connected very strongly with several Pisceans in my life.
You probably dated more Pisces than anybody, right?
Yeah, and let them get over my friend. Yeah, and I mean, here's, they got the two fish, and emotionally, okay, Pisces, in my mind, Pisces is the garbage can of the zodiac. Let me explain, meaning they have a little bit of every sign in them. Emotionally, they are a wreck. They can spend a lifetime and the next lifetime trying to get themselves together emotionally. They feel so much, and they feel so deeply. Oftentimes, it gets in the way of their own best interests. Now, that's me talking. That's my experience. Don't take it to the bank, okay? Right. But it's again, me and Rosa, we good. We're good with that Gemini Aries things, but
I don't know after this show.
Oh,
we gonna have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wrap
look at a few things
closely. So any event, today we just were talking about signs, and I was just wondering how my, all our friends out there in lesbian land, how are you guys dealing with this? Because I've had some good experiences with many signs and not so good with others. Yeah. Not to the point that I can even socially almost avoid them. Or how about this? When people say, I don't believe that stuff true, and you say, but I tell you what, I know Sharon's a Gemini.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. When you meet somebody, that's not the first thing you ask about them. You kind of just start getting to know them, and
maybe.
If okay, I like her vibe. I like the way she, does this and do that. And then you kind of find out what they are, and that's when the whole, stereotypical thing comes into play.
I think for some people,
be like, oh, wait a minute, you're a Gemini. I heard you bipolar. I ain't dating you. But you was getting along.
But you the one putting out that bipolar stuff. Geminis are not bipolar. Stop it.
Okay, so that was just for an example, but at the same time, I'm still saying, that stereotypical thing comes out to say like what you heard about that sign, and it's like that person may not be that person.
And let me be honest and clear and fair. It's all good.
Yeah.
Your experiences are your experiences.
I'll date whoever is good to go.
Oh, I think your dating days are over, sister.
And they may be, but if they weren't,
you got too many jokes for me today.
If they weren't, I'll just date whoever.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wouldn't date a Cancer again. I probably would, but
I wouldn't.
It just would be, I would need to get to know that person before I know they're even Cancer.
And because I think I have, I don't want to say paid my dues, but I've gotten around a lot in the last 30, 40, 50 years, 60. Here's what I can say about each one of them. I'm just going to look into Libras. Libras love to love. One of the strongest Libra in my life was my mother, and I knew at a very early age that a Gemini child for a Libra is like, whoa, way too much. But we love them, and the relationship was great because, I can deal with Libras, okay? Taurians, I've already said that they symbolized by the bull, and anything symbolized by a bull, you kind of like at a predisposition to kind of look at it as are they stubborn? Right. Okay. Sagittarians, I don't know any Sagittarian that doesn't have their act together. They're smart, they're sharp, they're not silly, they get it. Virgo.
I know one that don't, but okay.
Okay, exception to the rule. Virgo, I already told y'all need help. I don't know a Virgo who should not be in therapy. There's because y'all got some issues.
And they just picky too.
Leo, you're strong, and if I need somebody on my team, I want a Leo. Pisces, I've already trashed you guys today. I'm going to say I said it with love, but Pisces, they just, y'all got some issues too, emotionally speaking. Capricorns are so strong mentally. My stepdaughter is a Capricorn, and as I keep reminding Rosa, I said, sweetie, don't you worry about your child. She's a Capricorn. She gets it. She's naturally intelligent. She's sure-footed. She understands. I don't know one Capricorn that I wouldn't trust. They kind of know. They not only know the game plan, they got the map to it, they understood it, they did their homework yesterday. Capricorns got themselves together in my mind. Aquarians, you guys are dreamers, but why not? Who doesn't dream? But you guys stay asleep. That's the problem.
Stay woke.
Cancerians, when you're symbolized by a crab, really? Do I need to go on? Cancerians have some serious issues. I know you think you're the moon child and all that, but I've never met a sign that's more moody. When you want to, you follow that little crab, and the crab goes behind the rock, and the rock is hidden. They want to be alone. And you need to leave them alone. Mm-hmm. Cancerians got issues, though they are loving people, and they're great. They make great partners because they're very high on domestic issues and all. I don't know one Cancer that doesn't have a nice house and, spends 45 minutes finding the right napkins for dinner. Scorpio, really? You want me to go there about them? No. That's my word to Scorpio. No. I have a cousin who's a Scorpio, and she's the nicest Scorpio that I know. And if she wasn't my cousin,
I heard Scorpios were like evil.
See, now I didn't say that. I
no,
didn't
that's
say
what
that.
I heard.
No,
I don't.
But
I don't
they
know
full
any
strength.
Scorpios.
You guys.
What month is that?
They are strong. They're November.
November, yeah.
Yeah, end of October into November.
So my niece is one, right?
Yeah. But Scorpios, but they are intelligent. They are loyal friends. They can be and are often very vindictive. They not only will stab you, they will dip it in hot sauce and gasoline first before they stab you. You don't want to cross no path with no Scorpio. Again, you're symbolized what? By a Scorpio. I in my case. But I know I'm going to get a lot of feedback for what I just said. It's okay.
And it's all in love.
It's all
We're just
in
going
love.
by what we think we know.
Right, and what we've experienced, and that's what
definitely.
You can't beat us up for that. You know what I mean? My experience with them might not have been so great. Your experience may be wonderful.
Right,
wonderful. We're all good.
And if you're into it, you're just into it, and you know your compatibility, who's more compatible with you. You know, like Sharon's into it more than I am, and she says that I'm her second.
Most closest match,
whatever.
Yeah.
And I read that I was the first, but you know,
but you're pretty good. You know,
everybody won't be the first. I guess
you do pretty good. I think I'll keep her. You know what I mean? You know, okay, discount Tuesday, but ooh, that was low. But in any event, whoever you are and whoever you're trying to get with, it may serve you well to just do some reading, you know, and some thinking, and maybe it's all about patterns.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, hey, I ain't saying it's all true, but it ain't all false.
I say if the energy fits, go for it.
Usually I do, but I'm going to tell you, just some of them, I say, you're a what? For real? You're not even on the cusp? Oh, and then I'm like, oh, no. And we're going to be friends, buddies, whatever. You know what I mean? But we ain't gonna be. It ain't gonna happen.
Right.
It's not in the stars. So, again, it's just a conversation. We can have fun with it, and we do. But again, Aries, you are hot. Yeah. I ain't mad at you. So we got to wrap it up. But you know, this was a fun one. You know, like I said, I can't wait to see the feedback on that because we're all good.
I know, and I don't really think when you first brought up the topic. I didn't really think it came off like it probably should have, but at the same time,
what are you talking about in the past? Oh,
no, like today, like the conversation.
Oh, well, we'll see. I mean,
I thought we were gonna, when you brought it up, talk more about the people we dated that were like different signs.
Oh,
that could be another show, whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I am dealing with a Gemini. So
what do you mean dealing with? You're married to a Gemini.
Lucky so stuff changes on a dime. That's all I'm saying. Because I thought it was going in another direction, but it's okay.
Right. As soon as the camera went on, I took it in a whole different direction. But guess what? That's the joy of being with a Gemini. Yeah. As always, we're always wishing you the very best.
Of all good things, stay safe and stay woke.
And stay away from them Cancers and Scorpios. Let them... just kidding. Yeah. Which is a good match for themselves. But if you would want... maybe bad juju. But anyhow, let me stop. Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. And can't wait to see you next week.
Absolutely. And thank you for those who gave me a shout out on my hair last week. When I had the little, what did I have? The mohawk.
I had the mohawk, yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah, we can get on, we can film 20 minutes early if she didn't have so much time with her hair, but you're looking good, babe. Oh, I like that old, I get the fire after the show.
Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.